Salve again. So this video is a walkthrough of helping you correct your translation of lesson 7 reading. That was the last assignment that you guys had. So everybody should have it done. Please correct your errors in colored pen and do your best to follow along with my explanations and things as we go. So here we go. All right. Right now, everybody should be seeing lesson 7 reading. Okay, here we go. So tandem. Tandem means at last. I have a really skinny font so that I can fit all the English in here that I need and break it up best we can. So Cornelia, we can call her Corn. Okay, and who? Quinn. What do they do? All right, as soon as we have a subject, you guys remember, we need an action. Okay, so once we have a conjunction, right, which at last is, so conjunctions really go first. Then we find our subjects and then we find our verbs. Okay, so at last, Cornelia and Quintus, what do? They run. Okay, but we have a prepositional phrase. So we have out of the house, run. Now, that is not good English, so what we're going to do is take run. We're going to put it right before out of the house, right? Okay, we move our verbs to make good English sense. So at last, Cornelia and Quintus run out of the house, and what do? To the woods. They hurry. Again, not good English, so what do? We want to take they hurry, and we're going to put it right before our preposition. So, and they hurry to the woods. Ubi. So ubi can mean when, ubi can mean where, but most of the time when ubi occurs, it's really going to mean where. Now, sunt. I want everybody to notice that sunt occurs right at the beginning of this clause. When sunt occurs at the beginning, we can usually translate it as they are, there are, and here we can't say where are many trees, right? So what we have to do is add in there so that we can make a little bit more good English sense. And multi means many. It can mean much, but in the plural, which it is here, it means many. So where there are many trees. Okay, so now we have a wolf. And we have his name, Hispidus. Now, everybody make sure that when you are translating from, for instance, an accusative hispidum into English, we make it back into our nominative form, Hispidus. So the wolf, Hispidus, now we can say, look, peto petere means to seek, and with nt on the end of it, it means they. But the wolf hispidus, they seek, doesn't make really good sense. So we're going to take they seek and put it before the wolf hispidus. Okay, so they seek the wolf hispidus, or you could say they are seeking or looking for even. Maybe seeking is not a common word that we use, so we could say looking for, but they're looking for the wolf hispidus. Okay, we have a quode. What does quode mean, everybody? Because. So they're seeking the wolf hispidus because. Okay, we need our subject first. Okay, cum means with or when, not a subject. Illo, not nominative, not a noun. Not there, not there, not there, not there. So really we're looking for a nominative or a pronoun. We don't have either. So our subject's in our verb, our subject's in our verb. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, our subject is in cupiunt. Okay, so cupiunt, right, means they, right, or it ends in nt, so it means they. So because, what are they doing? They, cupiunt means want. Okay, what do they want to do? Now to find our to form, right? To, run, to sleep, any of those. To, in Latin, our to form is our re form. So we have two things that they clearly want to do. Anytime we have an RE, we translate that verb using to as an infinitive. So they want, ludere means to play, okay? And errare means to wander. Una means together. Per means through the woods. So they want to wander together. They want to play and wander together through woods. Now, we didn't translate cum illo here. Cum can mean when, but I don't think we want a when here. Cum really can only mean when if it's followed by something other than ablative. And this right here is ablative. We know it's ablative because ablative singular is a round letter with a hat. Now, cum illo means they want to play with him. Okay. All right. Next line, hispide, hispide. What is the ending on hispide? This is a little bit strange, right? Well, short E, what does it look like here? It looks like we're calling his name, Hispidus, Hispidus, ubies hispide. So we're actually calling his name. This is called the vocative. And we can just say Hispidus. Hispidus, Hispidus. Ubi es hispidus. Ubi means where. Es means you are. But we don't say where you are, hispidus. We say, where are you, hispidus? Right? Because remember, they ran home and told everything to their mother about hispidus. And they said, we want to go play with him. And she said, okay, as long as he's a nice wolf. And remember, he is. He may look ferocious, but he's a softie. And then Cornelia, corn, clamat, which means shouts. Hispidus, Hispidus, where are you, Hispidus? So they're wandering through the woods. They're shouting to find their little dog wolf friend, Hispidus. Okay, diu is a tiny little word that means a really long thing. It means for a long time. Now, errare is to wander, and the NT on the end of that tells us that it's they wander. So for a long time, they wander. Tandem, at last. Illy means they. Him is eum. And see, but it's again, that's not good English. So we want to say at last they see him. Okay, exclamation point because we want to keep our same punctuation. Prope, prope means near. Parvum is small, so near a small what? Near a small river. Sedet. He is sitting, right? Because sedeo sedere means to sit. The T on the end of that tells us that it's a he, she, or it doing it with context. We know that we're talking about hispidus. So we probably want to move this over here though, right? He is sitting near a small river. You could say stream. You could say brook. All of those work. Subito. Suddenly. What happened suddenly? Hispidus what? Them. Eos means them. So we're just going to type these out. Them also. Check it out. Videt. We don't have a. Oh, we do have a subject, hispidus. So we're just going to say sees. So hispidus. Them also sees. That's not good English. We always want our verb after our subject. So suddenly, hispidus sees them also. You could say he also sees them. So you could move that around, the also. That's pretty flexible. And, okay, subridet. Remember what ridet means? Rideo ridere has been a vocab word of ours. It means to laugh or smile. Sub means below or underneath. Well, you guys, what's just under a smile or under a laugh? Just a little bit less than a smile, a little bit less than a laugh is to grin or to giggle. So we could also say smirks, okay? But he grins. I think I like grins here, but you could say giggles. I'm going to stick with grins, but both are options. And inquit. So, and he says is all the way at the end. So, and we don't need to say he though. We can just say says. Nolite timere dentes meos libere. That means don't be afraid of or don't fear dentes meos. What does a dentist work on? My teeth. Okay, teeth. And meos means my. And then children is liberi. Don't be afraid of my teeth, he says. And what do they say back? Non tememus. So temeo temere means to fear, but this has a moose on the end of it. So who is our subject here? If you said we, you are correct. And it's non tememus. So we don't fear. Dentes tuos. We don't fear your what? Tuos, your teeth. Why? Because who is you? S is R. Benignos, kind or nice. Okay, yes, Hispidus can talk. He is a talking wolf. We maybe didn't mention that, but he is a talking wolf. So respondet Quintus means responds Quintus. Sumus, we are. Laeti, hopefully you remember Laetus aum, it means happy. And then yam means now. We are happy now. And then what does Hispidus say? Lupulus bonus sum. Sum means I am. Bonus means a good. And lupus is wolf, but lupulus, with that little ul in there, remember, that's what we call diminutive. It makes it little. So I am a good little wolf. Now I like this phrase. This is a simple one. Ego prometo. I promise. Okay, I'm a good little wolf, I promise, says Hispidus. Quid nunc vos facere cupitis amiculi. This is kind of a tricky sentence. So quid means what? Nunc is now. Vos is y'all. Facere, remember, it's an RE form. What did we say about RE forms? Well, we always translate RE forms as our to form. Facio facere means to do or to make, but most commonly to do. And then cupio cupere means to want. But this tis on the end of it tells us ost mus tis, so it's y'all. And then remember, if lupus is wolf and lupulus is little wolf, well, amicus is friend, and amiculus means little friend. But it's actually plural here. The long I tells us it's vocative plural. Okay, what now, y'all to do? Y'all want little friends. That is not good English. I would not accept that. We need to make it good English, okay? So what now? We really want to say, what do y'all want to do now? What do you all want to do now, little friends? Rogat Hispidus asks Hispidus. All right, everybody following along? Okay, let's just read what we have so far just to make sure we're good on context, okay? Context keeps us knowing what's going on so that we can translate it correctly. So we have here, at last, Cornelia and Quintus run out of the house and they hurry to the woods where there are many trees. They are seeking the wolf Hispidus because they want to play with him and to wander together through the woods. Hispidus, Hispidus, where are you, Hispidus? Cornelia shouts. For a long time they wander. At last they see him. He is sitting near a small river. Suddenly, I'm at suddenly here, Hispidus sees them also, or Hispidus, yeah, let's just move that. Hispidus also sees them. And what does he do? He grins. And he says, don't be afraid of my teeth, children. Right? Because before, remember, Quintus saw the wolf and ran away because he had big, scary teeth, ferocious eyes, which really isn't true, right? Do any of you have like a really fluffy, kind of scary looking dog, but they're really just a teddy bear? Non tememus dentes tuos quod tuas benignius, respondet Quintus, sumus laetiam. We don't fear your teeth because you are kind, responds Quintus. We are happy now. I'm a good little wolf, I promise. What do you all want to do now, little friends? Asks Hispidus. Speaking of a scary looking dog or sounding dog, Tucker's growling. I don't know if you can hear him. I don't know what he's growling at. So kupisne. Okay, let's break this down. So kupio kupere, our stem kupe means want. Okay, it's what does Cupid do? He makes you want someone else. Cupid. Okay, Cupid makes you cupid. Okay, so kupis is the same word to want, but this S tells us, O-S-T tells us you want. But N-E makes it, check it out over here, a question. Okay, NE makes it a question. This is our interrogative. It's called an interrogative suffix, and it makes it a yes or no question. So what we're going to say is not you want, but do you want? Now, what do you want to do? Remember, we need to look for our RE form for our to form. So ludere, we already translated this once. Do you want to play? And then nobiscum is a big fat word that means with us. Do you want to play with us? And then they say his name again, Hispide, but really we make that Hispidus in English. Cornelia asks. Okay. Cool, we have just a few lines left. Good job, hang in there, guys. Again, do you? Really tiny word for a really long meaning, for a long time. What do they do for a long time, or what happens for a long time? Well, we have ludo, ludere, which means to play, and the NT on the end of that means they, right? For a long time, they play, and then una means together. And soon what happens? Illy is they, tired, are, let's make that good English, okay? And soon they are tired, okay? Saipe quintus et ego bonum colonum nomine Gaium in agro victino visitamus quod ille nobis carus est. Okay, saipe means often. So this is Cornelia talking, and we're going to see it at the end. But often she says, quintus et ego, and I. What do we do? Find your verb. Not a verb, not a verb, not a verb, not a verb, still not a verb, still not a verb, still not a verb. Aha, verb at the end of our sentence. Often, Quintus and I visitamus, you guys. Don't overthink this one. It means visit. Whom do they visit? They visit a bonum colonum, a good farmer. Good farmer. Nomine means named. Nomen means name, but nomine means named. Now, check it out. Gaium ends in um, but what do you think we have to make it nominative in English? Well, his name is Gaius. So often Quintus and I visit a good farmer named Gaius in a vicino, I'm sorry, I'm saying it Italian, like agro vicino is what I should be saying. Sorry, there's a lot of languages in there. In a field neighboring. We don't say in a field neighboring. We say in a neighboring field, which is strange actually, because most other Romance languages actually put the adjective after the noun, which makes more sense, right? The noun's more important than the adjective. We don't visit him in a neighboring, we visit him in a field. And then neighboring is just kind of secondary. But for some reason in English, we like to put our adjectives before our nouns. It's not normal. So why do we like to visit him? Because he, nobis means to us, not to bus, but to us. Dear is carus, and then est is. But we don't say because he to us dear is. We say because he is dear to us. Just gonna put to us down here. Okay. So why do we visit him? Because he's dear to us. Eo means to there. It's a little word. It's just an adverb. So to there, or we could just say there. Okay, Who's our subject? It's the moose and the we. Subject's in a verb. Subject's in a verb. Hi-ho the terrio. Subject's in a verb. So there, we, and posemus means are able. What are we able to do? Look for your RE form. Okay, that's your infinitive. We are able to walk now. But we don't say to there, we are able to walk now. We say, we are able to walk there now. Or you could say can. But let's stick with able to, okay? And then dicit means says, like dictionary or dictate. Cornelia. All right, ille colonus est. Ille, yes, it means he, but really the word means that. Okay, so that farmer is Magister meus, my master. So who do you think's talking here? Probably not Cornelia, right? So I didn't do a good job of saying that this is Hispidus talking, but Hispidus responds by saying that farmer is my master. Eum amo. Okay, who's doing the verb? It's I, because amo ends in an O. What does amo mean? Love. And eum means him. I love him. And me amat. Amat, he loves. Who does he love? Me. Now we have another phrase like that. Ego eum uo. I help him. And I care for him. So what we probably want to do is say I help and care for him. Let's put it all kind of in one sentence. So I help and care for him. And ille, he, or that one, but he here, he kurat, cares for me is me. Quoque is also, so and he cares for me. Dende yamus means, well, then let's go. You don't need to know that. Yamus is a strange form of the verb. It's called a jussive subjunctive. Okay. Quintus, at last, exclaim. Okay, so let's back up and read the story. So at last, Cornelia and Quintus run out of the house and hurry to the woods where there are many trees. They are seeking or looking for the wolf Hispidus because they want to play with him and to wander together through the woods. Hispidus, Hispidus, where are you, Hispidus? Cornelia shouts. For a long time they wander. At last they see him. He is sitting near a small river. Suddenly Hispidus also sees them and he grins and says, "Don't be afraid of my teeth, children." "We don't fear your teeth because you are kind," responds Quintus. "We are happy now." "I am a good little wolf, I promise. What do you all want to do now, little friends?" asks Hispidus. "Do you want to play with us, Hispidus?" Cornelia asks. For a long time they play together and soon they are tired. Often Quintus and I visit a good farmer named Gaius in a neighboring field because he is dear to us. "We can walk there now," says Cornelia. "That farmer is my master. I love him and he loves me. I help and care for him and he cares for me also." "Then let's go," Quintus at last exclaims. All right, about 2 minutes left, guys. We're going to look at the Responde Latine. Okay, so ubi tandem hispidum ille vident. That means where at last do they see Hispidus? Okay, this means where at last do they see Hispidus? Okay, they see him near a stream, don't they? So let's say at last ille vident hispidum ille vident. We could even keep it the same order. Hispidum ille vident. So at last they see Hispidus prope rivum, near a stream, right? You could even say prope parvum rivum if you want, near a small stream. Okay, quid liberi timere non debent. This means what ought the children not to fear. So what should they not fear? Well, so let's just rephrase this because we want a full sentence. So liberi non debent, the children ought not to fear. Okay, so we have that right in order. Now we're just going to say dentes, the teeth, and we want to say of hispidus, although we haven't learned genitive yet. Let's just say the children ought not to fear his teeth. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. And then lastly, quem visitant means whom do they visit? All I'm just going to put here is visitant. Perfect. They visit Gaius. Okay, and that's all we need. All right, hopefully all of your lesson 7 reading has been corrected. And we will keep moving forward the best that we can. All right, keep your chin up. If you have any questions, please let me know via email or via Microsoft Teams. I'm there for you. I want to be your teacher still, even though we're doing this distance learning thing. Doesn't mean I'm not your teacher anymore. So please email me with questions. Hopefully this answered some of your questions about your translations. But volete for now. Omnes volete.